Last week we spent a few days in Paris where we met some inspiring artists, hosted our first radio show and visited one of the most beautiful record stores. So come and join us on our trip. First up, we met Bambounou and actually managed to get one of the vibiest interview shots in electronic music.
Most epic shot in Voltage Labs cinematic universe.
Cinematic universe. I try not to narrow my creativity with music and music only. I always think about like lots of different kind of stuff. Sometimes I just like to sit down in my studio, try some drums and see where that leads me. Sometimes I listen to a track, I'm a bit impressed, and then I take the main idea and try to do something around it. Sometimes I just start with like a melody or something. Beep, 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 beep. You know what, during my creative process, what I like the most is to learn new things. So I've recently started learning the piano. Whoop. Whoop.
Up next, we visited Yoyaku, not just a record store, but also a distributor for over 400 labels, as well as the home to several in-house imprints. We arrived just in time for a perfect sundowner moment in their beautiful upstairs record store area.
So I'm Benjamin, I'm the founder of Yoyaku. Welcome in our headquarters. So this is our space. I'll start from the record store. As you could see here, we have a nice space on 2 different floors. Where we propose a wide selection of house, deep house, techno, dub techno, actually all the different spectrum of electronic music. Basically, we firstly select records around our labels, and little by little, we got curators who started to propose a wide selection of records. So this area, we have actually a certain numbers of listening stations where people could come here, spend a nice afternoon or morning. They could come here. We have a cafe where they could take a glass of coffee, drink around.
And then it was about time for our very first Voltage Labs radio show on Rins France, and actually it was broadcasted from their brand new location.
What's up? Felix and Jonas Landwehr here for a special one-off Voltage Labs radio show. For those of you unfamiliar, Voltage Labs is a platform that we've built over the last 1.5 to 2 years in collaboration with Thomann, and it's a platform for music discovery, documentary filmmaking, capturing various people from the scene and institutions. So if you're interested in our documentary films, you can check them out on the Voltage Labs YouTube channel. And also we asked our community for some track submissions because there's many very talented artists among them. So some of the tracks you're going to hear today are also from the Voltage Labs community. So hope you enjoy.
First things first, time for a quick break. With Paris in the middle of a heatwave, we were seriously craving for some ice cream before heading off to meet our next artist. An artist who definitely shaped our musical direction from an early age with releases on Marcel Dettmann Records, Demented or XX Lab, Francois X.
I think for me it's a combination of finding the inspiration at the right time. Because sometimes I can go to the studio in a row and not necessarily have being like an idea or want to produce. And on the contrary, sometimes I'm on a plane, sound is horrible, but let's say I have like I'm struck by the light and I have an idea, and then I scratch something roughly and then go back to the studio having like this draft and shaping it for the next 3 days. So it's more like not forcing in a way, because each time I'm forcing something nothing comes out. Instincts are my main priority at the moment.
I don't have a particular, like, let's say, production setup. It's more about, yeah, like I said, about my instinct. So I can go to the studio, open up Ableton and scratch ideas. Like I just came back now from a week in Corsica, and I produced 2 tracks on the plane, and 2 weeks before I was in the studio for 5 days and nothing came out of it. So it's just instinct. I think like the idea of the track was more having something around a square bass, have these roots in also like the first era of Berghain, and it was around like, you know, like this kind of music was around this, put the bass into this kind of reverb, room reverb. So I was like, yeah, let's do this track around this kind of idea. So we have this square bass, pretty much simple, using a lot of this Arturia, the French company. So Analog Lab is a really cool plugin because it's, I don't know if anyone knows this, but it's pretty famous. This Arturia brand is, they have this kind of plugin called Analog Lab, which in a way combine all their analog machines, emulation, and you can patch them between them and create some kind of stuff, and even their presets are really cool.
Next up, we visited Voiski's community garden to check out his wide variety of plants, vegetables, and even some self-planted lemon trees. But of course, we also made time to hang out in his studio to check out his recent live setup.
It's very intuitive, like expressionism. I never start with anything in mind. I just start. I really have this kind of weird relationship with my equipment. I kind of see them as friends or collaborators, and I leave a lot of creativity happening from them. I pick mostly tools that has ability to generate some kind of random chaos that I can control or accept instability and unpredictability.
And on our final day, we met up with Djebali to capture a track breakdown of one of his signature bouncy productions.
Hi, my name is Djebali. I'm going to break down my track Limelight that I did for Solid Groove. It's released now since like few weeks. Let's dive in.
So that's a wrap for our week in Paris. We hope you enjoyed the ride, and as always, the final features will be online soon. So thanks for watching, and until next time.